All right. Welcome back. Um, like I said, we have now converted. Yes. Mm. Yeah. Yes. So that's what you should use. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So you guys can set up the settings later, and yeah. So let's do this one exercise. How to bring CSV into your app is very important. Is a tool that we is a function that we normally do. So we need to learn that one as well. And then once we complete that, I'll explain to you what to do with the app tomorrow. You can pick some coordinates and type those coordinates in Excel, and then we can bring it on our map tomorrow as an exercise or as a field exercise. And then that's where we will close down the curtain. Please make sure you are saving your project. All right. Now, let's say you have a CSV file. At this stage, I have not given you guys a CSV file. So what we are going to do is the settlement points. They have X, Y, and Z. So please right click on your settlement. Please right click on your settlement layer and click on attributes table or open attribute table. Remember, I have not given you an Excel file that contains X, Y, and Z data. So what we're going to do is instead of me sending the data, I want you to create the data and also bring the data to the map. Please right click on your settlement layer under your content, you right click and then you click attribute table. Your attribute table will open like this. All right, do you have the attribute table open? So all you need to do is please press Control A. You click the first one, click any of the rows, and then you hit and then you hold Control A. First, you click on any of the rows. You select any of the rows, and then you press CTRL on your keyboard. You hold, and then you press A, and then you see you've highlighted all the points on your map, which is highlighted in blue, and you have also highlighted everything on your table. Please go to copy selection. Copy the file, copy this selection. Copy is now copying your selected layers. Go to your window search or go to your Excel. Open your Excel. Open a blank Excel. Open a blank Excel. And please open your blank Excel. I'm going to show you another another screen. Please open Excel and copy your file there, or paste your file there. So um, you have your Excel, your blank Excel. You right click and then you paste. Huh? You say what? So after copying um, from your app, your GIS app, you please open a blank Excel. You open a blank Excel like this, and then you right click and then you paste. Once you paste, you have those tables now here. So you have an Excel format now of your data. You see, with this now, you have name, you have coordinates, you have Y core, you have H core, you have chief, blah blah blah. You can even save this one now. You can save this. You can now save this Excel file to any any um any folder of your choice. So you go to File, you go to Save As, and then you browse, and then you can now save it to where you want it. Please save it to your GIS training folder. Please save it to your GIS training folder under exported files. You can give it a name, say Settlement Excel. Please save your Excel. You can right click, and sorry, you can click on File, and then you go to Save As. You can click on File, you go to Save As, and then you go to Browse or this PC, and then you navigate to the folder where you want to save your Excel file. But always remember where you want to save it. But for this training, please save it under your your GIS training, exported files. And then for file name, under file name, please type Settlement Excel. Settlement Excel. file name settlement Excel. Now, the save as type, the save as type. Please click on the drop down arrow there and select CSV, comma delimited. There is a CSV, comma delimited, not the CSV UTF slash 8, comma delimited. No, that's not what I'm talking about. Not the CSV Macintosh, not the CSV MS slash DOS. Please save your file type, save as type, not as Excel workbook, but CSV, comma delimited. Once you have selected the save as type, please click save. You have now saved your Excel to a CSV, comma delimited. So I'm going to share the GIS app with you again. Now you are seeing the GIS app. Please deselect all the points by bringing your mouse to this corner here. You can bring your mouse to the corner and deselect. And then you can close your table. If you have already closed your table, all you need to do, I want you guys to switch off the settlement layer. Please switch off the settlement layer, assuming that your settlement layer is not in a shapefile format, but it is in an Excel format. Say somebody has given you an Excel that contains the chief name, the X, Y, Z, as you have already exported there. Now you want to bring your Excel or your CSV workbook to your app. How do you go about it? Please click on the add data function. Please click on add data. This time not add data. Please come down to XY point data. XY point data. Click on add data, XY point data. Click on XY point data. Once you click on XY point data, you have your XY table to point. XY table, that is the Excel to point. You have the geoprocessing window, which is now activated, which is the XY table, which is your CSV, and now you want to convert it to point. Now they are asking you to input table. Input table. It means you have to browse to where you saved your Excel, the Excel we have just saved. So please click on the browse. Once you click on the browse, it will take you to the input table window. Input table window. So now where did you save your table? So you save it under GIS data, mining data. No, I'll go back to my data bank. I'll go to my GIS training, exported files. That's where I saved it. GIS training, exported files. Now settlement Excel. That is the CSV, the .csv. You have the Excel file which I saved earlier and then you have the .csv, settlement excel.csv. Please click on that one. Once you select that particular file, under name here, you will see the selected file name. So let's say if you have a lot of CSVs in this folder under your exported files folder, when you select this particular CSV, when you come under name here, you will see that you have selected that particular Excel or CSV file. Once you select it, please click OK. All right. Once you click OK, you will see that you have your X field, which is X core. It's already selected. If it's not selected, please make sure you select X field for X coordinate, Y field for Y coordinate if it is not already selected. The Z field, if you have a Z, you can put, but for this purpose, don't put Z because Z, there is nothing in the Z. Just leave Z. When you clicked on add data, you go to XY point data, and then you go to input table. When you go to input table, please make sure that you save your file under data bank, GIS training, exported files. If you are not seeing the CSV there, you should right click and refresh. You right click and refresh. Once you see it, you select it and then you click OK. Once you click OK, now you have your input feed, you have your input table, and then you have your X field, X core, Y field, Y core. The question is, where did you save your data? Did you save your Excel or did you save your CSV? Did you save it in CSV format? All right, okay. So anytime you create a new file and then you want to add it, you don't see it in your window. Just refresh that particular window, it will come up. So please select the CSV file and hit OK. So you will see that once you hit OK, you have X, Y, X field, Y field. Okay, and now the coordinate system, you have to select your coordinate system. Leave the Z field empty. Now you have to select your coordinate system. The coordinate system we have right now is GCS, the VGS84. So you can select any of these ones that have the correct coordinate system of your area. So I've selected road network, and road network has the coordinate of UTM 1984 zone, UTM zone 28 north. And then once you are done, please hit run, click run. All right, you see that I've exported my Excel Excel file. Now I've exported my Excel file to point. Can you see, guys? So now you have your points now. Now, if you want to label, you can just if you want to label now, you can just right click and click on label. You enable your labeling, and then you can see the labeling of the. So let's say somebody generates an Excel file with X coordinate, Y coordinate in the field, and then maybe some attribute of those coordinates. Maybe let's say drill hole length, or maybe drill hole ID, and then you want to display your drill hole ID. You add it, you go to add data, you go to XY data, and then you have your X coordinate, your Y coordinate, your Z coordinates. You have it, you select your CSV by clicking into this table. You go to the folder where you have your CSV, you select your CSV, your output feature class. I didn't show you where to save the output, but you can click on the output feature class. Let's say I want to save it. I want to save my feature class under mining data. So maybe I'll say settlement. I think I forgot to tell you that. Settlement export. That's the name I want to give the file. I say save. Once I say save, my X field, I select it, I make sure it's there. I will not have X field here and go and select Y field. No. You select X field, Y field for Y core. If you have your Z, you put then the coordinate system. Either you click any of the layers on your map, or you click the globe, and then you have your coordinate system window activated. You can now go to your favorite, and then you select your favorite coordinate system, and then you click OK. Once you are done now, you can hit run and allow the software to do the magic. So you see, so now we have our shapefile exported under the desired folder, and it's called settlement export. I can now label this. So remember, guys, we opened settlement layer and we went to attributes. All we did was we tried to copy all of this in this attribute table by clicking on one of the rows. You click on one of the rows, and then you click control on your keyboard and A plus A. Control plus A, and then you select all the points, and then we came to here. We say copy is selected. We copied. Once you copy, you now go to your Excel, you paste it there, and then you go to file, you go to save as, and then you browse to your folder where you want to save it, and then you um, uh, give it a name, and then under file type you can select CSV, and then you click OK, and then your file will be saved. Once you have saved your file, or if somebody has generated this document in an Excel, all you do is you go to add, and then you go to XY point data, and then you have your XY table to point window or tool has been activated. I can now go to the input table and browse to my input table, and then I select my CSV, which is settlement Excel. I click OK, and then for my output feature class, where do I want to save my shapefile? I can now save it to anywhere, or the GIS Training folder, and then you already see, you confirm or you select X field for X field, Y field for Y field, Z for Z if you really require it, and then coordinate system, you make sure you select the appropriate coordinate system, and then you can click run, and then you will have your coordinates like this. Please save your map. Please save your map. All right. I think before we close, we have 10 minutes. Before we close, this is what I want you guys to do. You can save your map. Make sure your layers are on so that when you go back to your layout view, you can see them. This is what I want you guys to do. I've already given you um, the apps to download. For Android users, you can download UTM Geomap, very good app. And then for iPhone, you can download Compass 55. When you download, please look at the software and go to make sure you are able to go to the settings of that software. And then that is where we can change your coordinate system. You can change it from degrees, minutes, and seconds to or whatever coordinate that is there. Please select UTM, Universal Transverse Marketer. That's what you should select. And then, as an assignment, um, once you install the app, tomorrow when you have time, please take a book, take a pencil or a pen, go around your building, whether it's your office or your home or any building you see around. When you go out, the app should be able to, you should see the coordinates. You should see coordinates on your phone. You should see UTM coordinates. You should see long lat coordinates. You can copy the UTM coordinate. Don't copy the long lat. Copy the UTM coordinates. You can see it there, UTM or Universal Transverse Migrator. You can copy the coordinates. The coordinates are figures. You can copy the figures, eastings, northings, or X, or Y, and Z. You can go around your building. Please go around your building corner. Let's say you take one corner, you go to the first building corner. You stand there and then you read the coordinates of that building. Either you write it or you screenshot it, and then when you are back in the office, you can now type it to your Excel. Yeah. So you go to your building corner, you stand there, and then you wait. Ah, yes, yes. So you take the four corners. If your building structure has four corners, you take coordinate of the four corners. If your building structure has 10 corners, you take the 10 corners. Maybe let's say you take two or four coordinates of your buildings. For example, when you start at building A, if building A is my house, you can say my house under contents. Um, you can put like you can make a table ID, X coordinate, Y coordinate, attribute. So for X coordinate on you can type it, Y coordinate you type it, Z you type it, and then for attribute you can name it say my house. If it is your friend's house and you are surveying, you can say my friend's house. If it's another office, let's say geology office, mining office, community office, you can go right around the four corners. You stand at one corner, you take the coordinates, you go at the other corner, you take the coordinates, you go at the other corner, you take the coordinates, you go at the other corner, you take the coordinates. So when you start taking the coordinates of the first corner, is you can give it an ID, say P1. When you go to the other corner, you say P2. When you go to the other corner, you say P3. When you go to the other corner, you say P4. You write it. When you go to another building, if it is four corner, you continue from P4. That is now P5, P6, P7, P8. So you know from P5 to P8 is maybe my friend's house. P1 to P4 is your house. So please like do like 15 points. Copy 15 points. Not only buildings, you can even take coordinates of another structures like maybe water well, you will just need to pick a point. And when you pick a point, if that point ID is 10, you can put on the attribute, you say water well. So once you are done taking those coordinates, you put the coordinate ID, X, Y, Z attribute, and then you please save it as a CSV. Alright guys, I think that will be the assignment. Tomorrow when we come, I'll do mine. When we come tomorrow, I'll show you the Excel. And then we'll try to bring it on our maps to see where they fall, and then we'll save our maps. And congratulations, guys, you have done very well. You've shown resilience. It's not been easy, it has been difficult, but I think you have really done yourself good job. So let's see tomorrow. Let's end the training. Thank you very much, guys. I will straight up put the videos online tonight. Bye bye for now. All right, guys.